Hello, I'm Karen Devine.
And I'm John White tonight, live at 5.
And then all of a sudden I just hear like a loud bang, like bang, 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 bang.
One suspect is dead after an attempted robbery on an armored car driver in India. We have live, complete team coverage on this breaking story and how it all unfolded.
Now, live from the desert's news leader, this is Breaking News.
We start tonight with breaking news. A heavy police presence remains tonight at several scenes in the East Valley after residents say they heard gunfire outside a bank in Indio. In just the last hour, we have learned one suspect is dead and one is in custody. We first brought you this story live as it was breaking on News Channel 3 at noon.
The attempted robbery of an armored car driver started in Indio at the Wells Fargo Bank. Moments later, Cesar Chavez Elementary in Coachella was placed on lockdown as police searched for suspects there. Shortly after, the suspect's vehicle crashed into a wall at the Food for Less shopping center in Coachella. That's near a trailer park where a standoff ended.
And the other subject, unfortunately, is deceased due to a single gunshot wound that we believe he fired himself.
And right now we have live complete team coverage for you on this with News Channel 3's Zach Dahlheimer outside the bank in India where it all began.
But first, let's go to Joe Galley live in Coachella with up-to-the-minute information on the pursuit for the suspects and how it all ended. And Joe, you just finished hearing from Sergeant Marshall from Indio PD. What can you tell us tonight?
Well, I can tell you this pursuit involved so many agencies. It crossed so much area and was extremely dangerous, but all of that ending right here at the Coachella Mobile Home Park. As you can see behind me, it's still a very active scene. We've got caution tape around this pink trailer. That is the pink trailer underneath which is the body of the suspect who took his own life. Now, the two suspects crashed this red Cadillac into a wall behind the Food for Less in Coachella. The chase was so erratic at one point, an Indio police car and the stolen suspect vehicle crashed into each other. The officer in that car was okay. Police say the red Cadillac was reported stolen, and they believe it was part of a getaway plan for after that attempted Brinks truck robbery. Now, after the crash, the suspects then hopped a wall into this mobile home park. An extensive search took place. Cesar Chavez Elementary was put on lockdown. It is right across the street from this mobile home park. I talked to quite a few kids. They said that they were very scared being on lockdown for so many hours. The lockdown was done as a precaution because police did know that the suspects were hiding in this mobile home park. Police searched the neighborhood with dogs until one suspect surrendered and the other one took his own life.
Thank you for your cooperation. It was amazing. It was orderly. It was not panicked. We exactly had a route for the kids to get out of school, go meet their parents, and it probably was a very smooth transition. And as you can imagine, it could have been very dangerous and difficult and trying on everyone's resources, but the parents and the children were so cooperative and they just followed directions.
Sergeant Marshall talking about the response that parents were giving at Cesar Chavez Elementary School. Now, back here at the mobile home park, this crime scene is going to remain a crime scene for a while longer. I'm told the body of the suspect still remains underneath the trailer. If I get any new information on this scene, I'll let you know here and online at KESQ.com. For now, reporting live in Coachella, Joe Galley, News Channel 3.
Thank you, Joe. And as you said, still a developing story with a lot of things to learn about this. Thank you so much.
This is the Wells Fargo Bank at Highway 111 and Monroe Street where this all started early this afternoon. News Channel 3's Zach Dahlheimer continues live team coverage live at 5 from there. And Zach, it sounds like police are still piecing together what happened at the beginning of this very full day.
Absolutely, John. And at this time here at the scene, the bank looks like it's fully operational. The parking lot is open, but I want to turn you to here. It's certainly not as what it looked like here at 12:30 this afternoon when we first got here on scene, when right here a Brinks security truck and the ATM down this way were completely surrounded by officers and crime tape as they assessed the scene. Now, many people we spoke with that were coming in and out, as well as businesses here at the Indio Fashion Mall, were unsure of what was happening here at the time, but one thing they say they are sure of is that this type of activity is uncommon around here.
And all of a sudden I just hear like a loud bang, like bang, 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 bang.
Joseph Rodriguez recalls what he witnessed across from his restaurant near a Brinks security truck at the Wells Fargo on Highway 111 in Monroe Street.
And I see that the security guy from the Brinks is like
like hunched over, looking around like, what's going on, what's going on?
While not knowing what was happening, his first thought was keeping customers safe.
I was actually attending to some people, and then once I heard that, I'm like, wait a minute, are we gonna have to get down?
The rest of the afternoon, he and other businesses watched officers and crime tapes surround the bank ATM and security truck. It's something Indio resident Chris Irvin says he's never seen before.
I've seen just a lot of cops and a lot of people being stopped. A lot of precautions being taken right now.
While those like Rodriguez say this incident is keeping them on alert.
Just gotta be more careful, because after this, you never know what could happen next, I guess.
Now, Rodriguez says one of his friends at the restaurant saw the people go from the security truck, ditch their original car, and get away in another car near the Indio Fashion Mall. And we also hear from Indio police who say that the Brinks employee that was carrying the cash is doing okay and was not injured. Reporting live in Indio, Zach Dahlheimer, News Channel 3.
Okay, thank you, Zach. Of course, stay with News Channel 3 on the air and always online at KESQ.com and with our mobile app as we continue to learn more about the suspects in this deadly pursuit. We'll have more next hour at 6 as well.
Our other top story tonight out of the Larson Justice Center in Indio, where one of the accused in the deadly tour bus versus semi-truck crash near Palm Springs that took the lives of 13 people has been ordered to stand trial. News Channel 3's Katie Widener joins us live in studio after spending the day at the courthouse, where some big decisions were made today in the case against the truck driver. Katie.
Well, Karen, investigators with the California Highway Patrol say there are really two people to blame for this accident, both of them professional drivers. However, one of them didn't survive the accident to face the consequences, the other now ordered to stand trial.
Has been committed sufficient positively within the defendant Bruce Guilford is guilty thereof, or they can be held to answer.
51-year-old commercial truck driver Bruce Guilford of Covington, Georgia, hangs his head after learning he could face more than 40 felony and misdemeanor counts in Riverside County. The court ruling coming as his family looked on and after 2 days of expert testimony.
Studies suggest that anything less than 7 hours could result in a sleep-deprived state.
The trucker is accused of falling asleep at the wheel on Interstate 10 near Palm Springs back in October of 2016. Contributing to the cause of a crash that killed 13 people and injured 29 others on board a tour bus traveling back from a night at the Spotlight Casino. Here's what Guilford himself said about the accident in the hours afterward.
The impact just, hit me from behind, and I just blacked out for a minute, and when I gained my conscience, undid my seatbelt and looked around, tried to see what happened with. Thought I had got ran over by something.
The prosecution alleging Guilford violated maximum driving time regulations and tried to hide the violations by falsifying his driver's daily log.
The falsified documents again show that while he might be trying to make some money, he might be trying to skirt the rules, he's willing to put the public safety at risk.
The defense saying Guilford was distracted by his radio and that the tour bus driver was to blame. The defense alluding to Guilford's character, stating he has no criminal record and had served in the National Guard and U.S. Army Reserves for 20 years. He apparently learned to drive while on duty in Iraq. And Guilford faces as much as 35 years in prison. He is due back in court on February 21st for a post-preliminary hearing arraignment. Live in the studio, Katie Widener, News Channel 3.
Thank you, Katie. Our weather continues to please here in the desert. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Haley Clausen is tracking your conditions. Haley, we're still looking for a change-up, however, for the weekend?
We are. There is a change on the way, but like you said, it does not arrive until this weekend. So that 80s train we've been on, it continues. And it was with us once again today. Even though today was cooler than yesterday, doesn't mean our temperatures still aren't more than 10 degrees above what is considered normal for this time of year. But it is still a beautiful day here in the desert. Cloud-free skies overhead, lots and lots of sunshine, and those cloud-free conditions will be continuing with us throughout tonight. Right now in Palm Springs, 78 degrees. Our winds remaining nice and light, and check out that humidity. 10%. Yeah, we are staying dry, and those temperatures, well, they're going to be taking their time to cool on down, but eventually working their way down into the low 60s around the midnight hour. We'll talk more about those changes headed our way coming up in my complete forecast.
Haley, thank you. Tonight, all new live at 5, a Cathedral City man out on bail after police say they found more than 2,000 sexually explicit images of underage children in his possession. 57-year-old Kevin Lee Nichols was taken into custody February 1st. After police were notified of pornographic images of a young girl that were posted on social media sites. Police say they searched Nichols' home and found thousands of sexually explicit photos of children between the ages of 3 to 13. Charges have not been filed yet. He's now free on $50,000 bail.
A former Hemet police chief is throwing his hat into the ring to be the next Riverside County sheriff.
Next on News Channel 3, hear from the candidate on his plan for the new county jail in Indio if he's elected.
Plus, the deadline to protect dreamers will not be extended, what the president is now saying about the ongoing immigration debate.
And the latest on the death toll in Taiwan following a massive earthquake and the ongoing search for any survivors. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.